Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave with another episode of What's Up Dave. And tonight, tonight it's late. It's like 10 o'clock. So tonight we are actually reviewing the boat. This one in particular is the Bug Slinger. It is, I believe, 12 foot 6 inch. And I'm going to go through the components with you. First off, it is a fully inflated kayak. I wanted to give this a shot. We have 3 standard hardshell kayaks. 2 are sit in. One is sit on. I do prefer the sit on. I like room to move my legs. I like not being confined. So I have a sit on kayak, and I do like it a lot. I wanted to try one of these out mainly because when you've got a kayak, and I do have a truck, so I mean it's a full-size F-150 to tote the kayaks around. But when you have a truck and you want to tote your kayaks around, you gotta lay down the bed or lay down the tailgate, put your kayaks in, strap them down. They're always sticking out. You're always paranoid that one's gonna fall out if you didn't strap it down right. And then the bigger thing is when you get home, where do you put them? Lucky for us, we have a garage in the backyard, so I basically have a glorified storage unit at my house. So it does make things nice. But not everybody's as lucky. So I wanted to try an inflatable kayak, a legitimate inflatable kayak, and Bote is one of the top brands. I do like the way that it looks. They send it with a hand pump. I bought or got a bundle pack with an electric pump that they send too. This thing is actually really nice. In all honesty, it probably took about 15 to 20 minutes. And part of that was my fault because when I first inflated it, I didn't reset the pin. I'm flipping the camera around, but I didn't reset the pin that's under here. And so as soon as I took off the hose, it started deflating. And if you guys have ever seen the stand-up paddle boards and stuff, when they deflate fast. The nice thing is there is a digital display on this, so I do like that. It does hook into the cigarette port or the lighter or whatever you want to call it anymore, because hardly any car actually has a cigarette lighter, but it does plug into that port. They also give you this little adapter here that you can connect to a battery if you like. Honestly, where they did fall short, in my opinion, is that they didn't actually give a charging port just for a standard wall charger. I did find an adapter for the wall charger. Take the cigarette lighter adapter, plug it in to the adapter, and you could plug it into the wall. I did try that inside the house, and for some reason it kept tripping the air pump. So I'm not sure what was going on there. But the air pump actually worked out pretty well. I think total would be about 10 to 15 minutes to get everything aired up right. The nice thing about this thing, sorry, I got some stuff stuck. The nice thing is it only takes 10 psi. The hand pump, I will say, the hand pump will give you a workout if you're going to do it the hard way. I do highly recommend that you get their air pump or an air pump that works for the boat. It is so this one is, I think it's 12 foot 6, something like that. It is fully inflated right now at 10 psi, and it feels rock solid. My only concern that I have right now is the walls would not even go to half a psi. So half a pound per square inch. I'm a little concerned about that. The big ones here say inflate to 10 psi, but these don't have a rating. So I don't know if they're supposed to be 10 psi or what, but even on the electric, they wouldn't take any more air. So I'm probably going to get the hand pump and I'm going to air those up. It is a full deck. I do like this. You will notice this right here. This is actually kind of cool. So the kit that I got actually comes with what they call the pedal drive. So it is basically you turn your kayak into a paddle boat. It's actually pretty cool. We're going down the Salt River tomorrow. The Salt River has a couple of areas that are way too shallow for me to even think about trying to use a pedal drive without potentially doing damage to the boat. So I'm not going to be using that tomorrow. I will, however, be using that in a couple of days when we go up north and hit one of the lakes. The other thing we have, and try and get this whole thing. So this is my back deck. Right now you see it as an open hull. The back deck actually, it doesn't close off the hull, but what it does is it gives storage, because that's going to sit right there, and it does latch in on the sides. You have these straps, these loops, so it does latch in on the side, and it will stay in place. The cool thing with this thing, because of the pedal drive, it also has a rudder system that actually mounts right here. So then I would have the rudder system. I'd be able to pedal up there. The rudder system has an attachment for either this side or that side. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, you can put your rudder where you're most comfortable and basically, be able to pedal and steer how you're most comfortable. I really do like that aspect, and hopefully when we go up north, I'll probably take the pedal drive system and I'll give it a shot and see how that and the rudder system works. They do have a bunch of extra attachments. I didn't get all of them. I do have these attachments. These actually have little slide-in attachments to hold like fishing poles. I'm not actually going to use this for fishing poles, but nice to know that they're there. The big hole in the middle here is specifically for a cooler that that boat sells that actually fits in there. Now, with this being said, I love how I got my footprints on there already. Just like I said, it feels rock solid, but I just noticed my footprints are all over the place in it now. So I will be hooking up the deck. That gives you actually a lot of extra storage. You have bungees here, you have bungees up front, and it's actually really nicely set up. And then the last part is the seat is actually inflatable as well. Not sure how I feel about this yet. I do like the sit-on style kayaks instead of the sit-in, so I am in favor of that. This one is just a little odd in the fact that you sit up so much higher. So these actually have tie downs, so this actually hooks right in here, and you can tighten that up to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Trying to remember. Yeah, so there's more tie downs in the back. So that one in the middle goes right there. The two on the ends go over here and over there, and then that tightens, or actually, do they go inside? I forget. Nope, they go inside. They're right there in the corners. So, yeah, it has a lot of good possibilities. Because we're going down the river tomorrow, the river has some shallow spots, so we'll see how it holds up with rubbing on the bottom and stuff. Hopefully it'll do well, and it'll be good. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to test this out. I have had it inflated. I did sit in it, and it felt really comfortable. I am curious as to how it's going to feel tomorrow. And like I said, with this one, it is a little bit odd. I only say that because the seat, you sit back at an angle, which is going to be more comfortable. The seat inflates very, very nicely. It's very solid, which I like. But you do sit high. If you notice where you would be sitting, this is where your thighs are going to be, where your legs are going to be, and they are actually above the hull. But the thing that I like about this the most is that it does have a hull. So like the sit on kayak, you sit on top of it. There is no, I mean, there's some storage areas in it and everything, but there's nothing like this. Like if I'm going down the river in this, I can put at least one of my kids up front with me in here. If we really wanted to have fun, my 10-year-old could actually fit in there and just stay basically buckled in right in there, because he wouldn't go anywhere. The whole thought of this for them, from what I've read, is if you get water here, it has the 2 channels on the side, so it kind of diverts the water, brings it all the way to the back, and since there's an open tail here, all the water just floats right out there. So you can't waterlog this thing. You can't really flood it, because with having the back open, all the water just rushes right out the back. I do think this is a really cool concept. I know these are really expensive, and so they're not for everybody. I splurged. This was my Christmas present to myself, and my wife and I had talked about it, and we had enough money, and I mulled it over for probably about 3 weeks before I bit the bullet and spent $3,000 on it. It does seem like an awful lot of money for a kayak, for something I don't use every day, but I wanted something that I would be comfortable in, something I would be happy with. And the biggest thing is, if we're going to start traveling places so we can go kayaking in new places, then I like this concept better, where I can actually deflate it, fold it down, put it in a bag, and throw it in my truck, versus everywhere we go, we have to take it out of the truck, bring it into the room, bring it into the Airbnb, whatever we have to do. So I really do like this concept a lot better. And if this works as good as I hope it will, hopefully we'll take it to more than just the Salt River. But in the meantime, yeah, this is what we've got. This is all pretty much, there's virtually no assembly required, with the exception of, like I said, air it up, and then you find the buckles that need to be buckled, and that's it. There are tons and tons of attachments that you can add to this. I don't need all the attachments. I don't want all the attachments. I do like the idea of the rudder system and the pedal system, and like I said, I should be able to test that out soon. So I'm happy about that. But I like the idea of actually having a hull around me, and this actually feels like a single person boat, not a kayak. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do as far as the seat goes. I don't know if I want to replace that seat with just a standard kayak seat that I can still attach to something that sits a little bit lower, or if I'm going to like this one because it sits a little bit higher. So I'll kind of figure that out tomorrow when we're on the water. I'll probably do a little bit of video work on the boat tomorrow while we're going down the river, and see how it handles. Since we're going down the Salt River, there is an area called Pinball Alley. It's not a huge area. It's not extreme rapids, but it is an area with rapids, and we are supposed to potentially get rain either tonight or sometime tomorrow. So if we do get to go down Pinball Alley, it might be running a little bit rougher and a little bit faster, which make it more fun, and definitely give this boat a run for its money to see if it can hold up. So I think that's all I've got for now. This should be a fun ride once I get there, but we'll let you know when we get it done. So we'll see you later. Bye.